Alrighty, guys, welcome back. Earlier, we were talking about the reinstatement of the Heisman Trophy for Reggie Bush, and now we're going to dive into our Thirsty Thursday stories of the week. We
But
actually
as I
have
was taking a drink, I was taking a drink because I'm thirsty for these Thursday stories here.
we actually have two this week. I just want to go ahead and say this on air. Our second one, which we will do after our third break, Tate picked that one out. So I just want to let that be known. Want to put that public on the internet. Tate picked the second one. So
Yes, I did.
it'll be an interesting one. But
Oh, yes, it will.
yeah, so okay.
And wait,
Anyway,
wait. Anyone that's watching would love to have your comments. If you got some comments to add in here, freely contribute because I would
yes.
love to hear other people's comments as well because that's a doozy.
That
So
is a
this is the
doozy.
first time I actually know one of
Mhm.
the two Thirsty Thursday
Yes.
topics.
Yes. Okay. But this one I picked out. I found on Reddit. So
Okay.
So, 4 years ago, I started drinking around 3 p.m. with my close friends and continued until 9 p.m. Our third housemate came home around 9 p.m. and he had those fire torches burning in the stadiums with him. He was a fanatic and was going to the football game the next day. As the hour passed, I wanted to light a cigarette to accompany my glass, but I could not find my lighter. Then the crazy idea came to me and I took the torch and lit it inside the apartment. My eyebrows and eyelashes burned, but I was too drunk to feel any pain. We couldn't breathe because it was like a smoke bomb had been thrown into the room. Neighbors rushed to help, but when they saw our situation, they cursed and left. We apologized to the fire department called by the neighbors and were warned by cops. Even though we left all the windows open, I swear that torch smell didn't come out for 2 days. We stayed with our friends for 2 days and only had coffee there.
Okay. Okay. I need the beginning again. What did what torch fill me in? What did I miss?
I don't necessarily know fire torches that burning in the stadium with him. That's what he said. I don't know what a fire torch is. I maybe this is like a language barrier thing. I don't know if this happened in a different country and they have a different name. We have a different name for it. Or so
Yeah,
I don't know
because
what they mean by fire torches.
okay, here's the reason why I'm concerned and curious. Because it burned his hair off. It burned his eyebrows and everything off.
Yeah, so that's making me wonder if like is like a flare or something.
See, I was
That's
thinking
what
more
I
like it's a
took.
beaut like there was film and they lit a match and it poof. I don't know.
I have no clue. I don't know.
I am this one I'm a little confused on. Do you have comments on this one?
I do not think there were any comments left on this one. I'll double check though.
Let's see if there's one because the first thing, first off, as a former college student,
Mm-hmm.
former guy who used to live in a fraternity house, I have seen many things go awry with
Mm-hmm.
flames.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
So guys are dumb
Guys are dumb.
and they love doing silly things.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I saw a guy accidentally set his butt on fire once at my fraternity house. This is a true story
I
dealing with
believe you. You don't even need to
flames and alcohol.
you don't need to explain yourself when you say this is a true story. If it's
All
a
right.
man involving fire and something he lights himself on fire somewhere, I already believe you.
Okay. So I'm going to change this one up and make this one another true story. This guy's name was Greg. I keep wanting to slip up and give first and last name, but his name was Greg.
Uh-huh.
And I live in a different time than you did. So at a certain time on the floor, they would have lights out. And I think it was like at like midnight or something. And they turn all the lights out on the floor except for your room.
Mm-hmm.
And so the hallways would become pitch dark.
Mm-hmm.
And so it became this tradition that at midnight they would play music at the dorm, the lights would go out, and this guy Greg would take a lighter and release the hounds.
Oh my God.
Meaning he would pass gas
Ew.
and light
Ew.
it,
Ew.
and it would
Ew.
light up the hallway, and everyone would cheer. True
Oh,
story.
man.
So releasing the hounds, let's just say. And one day the lights went out, the music went on, and
Mm-hmm.
he set his whole backside on fire. His whole toasted his whole butt. So
You
I
know,
tell you that
I always wonder how, so many men have survived this long and are still
faith,
alive because the
faith.
things that men do, I don't understand. I don't get it. I don't get it.
I don't understand how the whole world, that women haven't decided, like, you know what, there's a better way out there. Do we really need men? Can we just move on? Can we just leave all the men on an island somewhere? I have never figured out why women have been like, you know what, I need, ooh, right there. That's what I need right there. This
I
guy,
couldn't tell
I
you.
know, I know him well. He is married. He has like 5 kids, and they all look up at him as, "Oh, daddy, he's so great." And I look at him as, that's the dude they used to would pass gas and light it on fire to announce that the lights were out every night for an entire
Yeah.
semester.
Yeah.
That's dad. You know, if kids only knew all the things that their dads have done, 30, 40 years ago, the
Yeah.
kids would all be like, I just want to be put up for adoption.
That's why they wait to tell you until after you're an adult.
All right, what were you going to say about that? You're going
About
to
what?
say you're going to say, like, why do women? I'm like, why haven't women figured out, just like, you don't need guys, just move on.
I don't know. I honestly couldn't tell you. Um, but it just takes that one man, because I love my boyfriend so much. I don't know where I would be without him. But there are some things that he does, and I'm like, how are you still alive?
Alive. Listen, listen, ladies and gentlemen, I want to make sure this is crystal clear. I am no different. I have done some horrifically dumb things in my life.
I
That's
guess
just rite of passage of being a guy.
I guess I feel like women do too, though, because I definitely have done some questionable things. Of course, when those questionable things were done, I was under the influence of alcohol, so
See, I can't even say that. I was stone cold sober through all of it.
so I guess women aren't that much different, but I feel like men take it to another level.
Okay,
Y'all
here's
take
the
it
thing.
to the extreme.
This is the rule, survival of the fittest. What is it called?
Survival of the fittest?
No, the doctor that came up with it,
Darwin?
Darwin, yes. Darwin is full of crap. Absolutely full of crap. Because if it truly was the survival of the fittest, for all the dumb things that men do, we would be extinct. If it literally was the fittest people, the people that make the smartest decisions in life, they're the ones that survive. No, it is survival of the luckiest. It's like, hey, he didn't
You
die
could
when he
include
said
that.
it.
You can
Yeah.
include that for sure in survival of the fittest
Listen,
because
he
I
didn't
feel
die
like,
because he set his butt on fire, but he didn't die from it. So now he was able to procreate, and now he's a dad of 5 great
well, I'm
kids.
sure he doesn't do it now. You do a bunch of stupid stuff when you're in college. Everybody
Yes, you
does.
do. That's what I'm saying. And you're lucky that it didn't come back to bite you in the butt or burn your butt. That's what I meant. Survival of the luckiest.
Yeah. That's all life is, really, luck.
Yes, I was a fool. I went on a trip to West Virginia. I couldn't
West
swim.
Virginia.
I couldn't swim. I got on class five rapids. Even though I couldn't swim, got a life vest on, got knocked out of the boat, out of the raft, got sucked in the air pocket, got sucked under a boulder. I couldn't get out. I finally push. I finally got out of this thing. Barely made it, survived. I'm 54, still going strong. I was just a lucky dude who did something really stupid. Should not have been rafting when you can't swim in the first place. But luck has it, I'm
I have
still kicking.
no comment on that.
Not only that, that same trip, a few days later, my friends went cliff diving off of a cliff. It was like a 40, 50-foot cliff into water. I can't swim.
Please
So I
tell me you
had my,
did.
oh, yes, I did. Of course I did. I had all my fraternity brothers wait down at the bottom as I
Okay,
jumped off, dove, did a flip into water that I can't swim, went in, and then my buddies grabbed me, got me out. Like I said, even I have done foolish things. Survival of the luckiest.
let me ask you a question. Did you did you learn how to swim after that?
Oh hell no! I can't. I live on the ocean right now. Can't swim a lick.
You would think after this man who almost died
I had
from
almost. I
being
had this thing
caught
under
in a
control.
boulder and then doing cliff diving and having to have his friends wait down for him at the bottom to make sure that he didn't drown. You think after that, Tate would have been like, maybe it's time for me to learn how to swim. But Tate's just saying, ah,
Nah,
I don't need to learn how to do that.
You know what? We need to change this topic because we didn't really go with the topic today. We need to change the name of this. I don't quite know what it
Oh,
is.
gosh.
Foolish things that Tate has done. But yeah, I remember, and thank God, I almost skipped instructions for the whitewater rafting because you had to take a class. And I showed up late to this thing. This is college age Tate. And the lady was telling us, like, listen, if you get sucked into an air pocket, don't use your hands because you're not strong enough to push out and you will not be able to get out. You have to turn and use your feet to push out and get out, and then it will shoot you down the rapids. And so I made it for that part of the training class.
That's
Got
God
there.
right there.
True story. I'm telling you the truth. So
That is strictly God right there.
There's
And
no
nothing
reason.
else.
There's no reason why this fool right here should be going whitewater rafting when he can't swim a lick. Never been afraid of water.
What's funny is you didn't learn your lesson either. You went cliff diving the next day.
So we went when the boulder stuck me. I got sucked under and up under the boulder. It was this giant boulder into an air pocket. I held my breath as hard as I could, and I pushed off, and it sucked me back in. I pushed off again. It sucked me back in, and then last second, as I'm like, "Oh crap, I'm in trouble." I remember the lady saying, "Tuck in a ball and push with your feet," and it actually works. Ladies and gentlemen, you get stuck in an air pocket while whitewater rafting, use your feet, not your hands. I used my legs. I pushed off. It shot me out like a jet. I came back to the surface. My buddies pulled me back in, and we just kept on down the river. I didn't say, Faith, no, I don't need. We need to pull over. We just kept on going, finished the path, the trail.
All right, guys. I think it's time for a break.
Survival of the luckiest. Am I right?
Yeah. Yep. Mm-hmm.
And because of that, because I'm lucky, I'm able to do a show and tell you what a fool I was on a show that I do with you because I was
Mm-hmm.
lucky.
Yep. All right, guys. I have no words. So we're going to take a short break, and when we come back, we're going to continue with our Thirsty Thursday stories of the week. So make sure you guys stick around, and we will